Okay, here we have the EA4 Pioneer made by Nitecore. This is a flashlight that is above and beyond a normal flashlight, and the compactness of this light makes it that much more appealing, especially if you're going to use it for something where you're going to stick it in your pocket. They do make the tiny giant, I believe they call it, or it's a smaller, actually a larger light than this, that puts out 200, or actually 2,000 lumens. I wanted something that I've got a lawn care business, and I wanted something that would be feasible to hold in my hand if I have to trim in the dark or whatever. And this light basically is the size, if you look at it, you could pretty much put a quarter in this little circle area here. It's got one Cree light in the middle, and this is made out of glass with a coating on it, solid aluminum light. It's got the lanyard where you connect it right back here on the back, or the bottom of the light. It's got a little hole, put that through there. You don't have to have that on there if you don't like it. Now, I bought some N-Lops, the XX, and I'm trying to screw this off on videotaping here. I'm going to show you the throw of the light, just a quick overview of the light. I want to screw this off and show you how the batteries go in. Can't really make a mistake on that. Nice little setup here. As you can see, these two posts here line it up when you go to set it on top of this, and when you put your batteries in. Like I said, I'm using N-Lop AA. These are the X. I believe they're 2,500 milliamps. And I've run this thing. It does get awful hot on turbo. It gets kind of more hot than you want to be feeling while you're holding it. It gets the whole aluminum thing gets, I mean, toasty, for a lack of a better word. These 4 N-Lops, basically any kind of AA battery will work. But you, as you can see down in the thing here, and I haven't got my flash on, but you've got springs on one side and then the flat on the other. So you always put the springy action on the negative side, and they hold. So in other words, when I put these in here, so they won't flop around, they've got little indents that hold them right. So when you drop them in there, really easy to put the batteries in. And a lot of times with rechargeables, they're too tight when they fit in there, but see, these are loose. They fit in there good. Some of the other lights that I've used, like the Dorsey, you have to hit the light to get the batteries out because they're too fat. But fatter batteries will fit in this, no problem. As you can see, when I wiggle it, you can still hear them rattling, and they're loose. Okay, basically all you do is line this up, and you put it back on. Excuse me. You put it back on the top, and I'm trying to do this while I'm videotaping here. It's kind of hard. Screw it back down just like just a cap, easy to screw on. It does have a rubber seal around this. This is submersible. I think it's 1.2 meters. Once I get it tight down here, it has 5, I believe it's 5 light modes and 3 strobe modes, which is a total of altogether with the strobe modes, that makes a total of 8 different light settings. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn off the light and show you the throw of each setting. But before I do that, this one button controls the light, of course, but it's not like a normal button. When you hit it, you lightly press it, and it'll turn on the light, and you let off and it turns it back off. If you solid press it, your hit snap, and it stays on. And if you lightly press it halfway, it's not really even halfway down, just lightly press, see it gets a little lighter, and you can see there the lightness of light there, and see how it'll get brighter when I barely press it. See, I'm barely pressing, and it'll dim. Now press it completely down, that turns it back off. Now the next mode is to lightly press it, not pressing all the way down, and that is basically 65 lumens. Then you press it again, and that is 135 lumens. Again, that right there is 300 lumens, and I believe that's 550 lumens. And that's all it does, those 5 settings, or actually 4 settings in the day mode. Now if you want to go into turbo, press completely down, and I think I just showed you that, and then lighter. And that's basically toggling between 860 and 500 lumens, which is, you can't really tell with the camera, but it's quite bright. Alright, now turn it completely off. Now if I hit it, double hit it twice and hold down, it goes into strobe mode. Okay, that should pop on. You have to do it, this is kind of tricky on this one, you got to do it quick. You got to do it twice and then hold. One puts it in standby, and you have to get it out of that. Now it should go into strobe when you do it twice quick. And like I say, this one's kind of tricky to do that too. I had it going pretty good before I did this video. Okay, there it is. I thought it was. I'm trying here. No, what I'm doing is I'm ending up putting it in standby is what I'm doing. It's not going in the strobe. It's got 3 strobe settings. But there's another setting where you can put it in standby, and you have to get it out of that. Okay, there it went in the strobe. There it is. And then it's got, you press and hold to go into the next strobe mode, and it does a pop every couple of seconds, and then press and hold again. It does them consecutive and then it stops. Okay, now this is just quick, and if you watch it here, it's real fast. Strobe. And then there's the next one, which is blinding. If you set this in your car, I set it in the front of my windshield when I'm parked on the side of the road, and it'll blind you. It looks like a cop car, really. It's sick. And this is only one Cree LED, but I mean, it's so bright, it'll blind you. I actually lay something blue over the top of it. It looks like a cop car, which is totally illegal, so don't do that. Anyway, as you can see, totally cool. And then, you know, if you parked on the side of the road, had some kind of service truck or something, and you need to, what I do is just lay something. They sell diffusers for the front of this, but you can lay something in front of it like that. Just don't lay it too close, and it'll get hot, catch on fire. The thing really gets hot, especially in turbo mode. Now if you're doing the other flash, just laying something like a piece of paper, or you know, I've even laid a like a bottle, lay it inside of a bottle, and that diffuses it a little bit where it's not so blinding. Because if you sit on the side of the road and you're aimed at somebody, they might say that you ran them off the road because they couldn't see. Anyway, okay, to get back out of that, you just press and it turns it off. This is really a cool light for no bigger than the size of it. I mean, it's literally, I don't know how else to compare it. I'm going to lay the directions down here, and you can see this is an 8.5 piece of paper by 11, like a normal piece of printing paper, and you see the size. It's tiny. It's only, and I don't have exact measurements here, they're on the piece of paper here, but it's roughly about 4 inches and about the size of a silver dollar round. If you laid a silver dollar on here, you'd be almost exactly the roundness of that. And the length of a regular bean can pie. It has where you can set it, as you can see right there. You can set it straight up and have it act as a flashlight. The runtime on these, according to their specs here, which I haven't actually tested it myself because I usually recharge the batteries frequently. I have 4 chargers where I charge the in-lobs and keep them charged up and trade them out. But I've run it in turbo for a good 45 minutes, and like I say, it gets too hot, you can't even hardly stand it. The whole thing just turns into a heat bomb. Now, one other thing it does, and then I'm going to end this video, is the light. I'm going to turn the light off, and you'll see a little emitting blue. I've got to get up here and turn off the light. Hang on. See that little blue light? It blinks blue, and it does that all the time as long as you got batteries in it, so that you can find it during the night. Really cool there. So that's kind of my short review of the Nitecore. You can find this on. I bought 4 of these, and I got them off of Amazon. Good price, $45 to $55, including shipping. I have Prime with Amazon, so I only had to pay for the light and no tax, because they haven't taxed us here in where I'm at yet, but they're going to start, so that'll raise it up a little bit. You can't find them on eBay. They're a little bit higher on eBay. Amazon was the cheapest place I found them, and they were returns, but this was like brand new, and they're going to get scratched up if you use them at all. So anyway, this is the review, short review, ended up being a long review of the Nitecore EA4 Pioneer. They do make these in 2 different tones of light. Go on their website at www.nitecore.com. And this is a Japanese company. Actually, a Chinese company. I don't want to say a Japanese company. They make some other lights and some other lines. They make the Tiny Monster, I believe is what it's called. They make a TM11 and a TM26, I believe it is. One is 2,000 lumens and the other one is 3,500 lumens. Which you figure this one's top out at 860. This is like putting 4 of these together in the TM11. Or 3 of these together in the TM11, and on the TM26 it would be about 6 of these, which would be totally mind-boggling and burn your hand up. But anyway, my review of the the EA4 by Nitecore, the Pioneer. Hope you enjoyed my video, and please subscribe. Hit me up with any questions you have about the light. And this is a little bit off the Android theme, but like I say, just hit me up with any comments. Hit a like if you like the video, and be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be putting some more videos on of some other lights and gadgets that I like. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks.